One thing me a pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. System mother so they set it, so you have to get up and I get it, get a youth them.
As you just know what numbers to type in, you can basically just beep, scan your head and then type in your numbers, and then yeah, that's your ATM card. You can get money from the ATM right there. As long as you know your numbers, or you know, that's Ash, I assume, or something. I don't know what's on my head currently. It's kind of annoying. Okay. Anybody want to say hi to Qbert? Hello everybody, boy with the beanie, back here with a new video, and as you can see, we are continuing with the Andrew Tate binge watching series, where I go through his videos, I listen to what he has to say, and I find a nicer way to say it, because let's be honest, we all know that Andrew Tate on the camera, with the things he says, the controversial things he says, it's more or less a character he portrays, trying to get the attention to spread a positive message by doing it in a very aggressive way. Well, that's the way I see it. So that's why I'm doing these videos. The man's innocent. Don't take things out of context and just witch hunt him to say, oh, he said X, Y, and Z, and automatically makes him evil. No, that's not why I'm doing this video. I want to do this video to do some good, hopefully to explain a few things and get other people to like not hate him as bad. But before I do go to all this, I would like to make one quick plug on myself. Every day from Monday through Friday at, well, in my time zone 2 p.m, Eastern time zone 1 p.m, Pacific time zone 10 p.m, I will be streaming on Twitch. Boy with the Beanie 1, the original Boy with the Beanie was already taken. I don't know who would steal that name from me. It is literally my thing. But Monday through Friday, Boy with the Beanie 1, I will be streaming Monday through Friday from in Trinidad, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. I will be as hyper-specific as possible because I really want people to start joining my chats. Last time I streamed, I only had at least 2 people on chat, but the things that happened was extremely fun. Went on YouTube, did a few challenges. I try not to laugh challenge. If I laughed, I did like 50 to 100 push-ups. Trying to get scared challenge with like all the lights off, even though it's completely day, so I don't say it's redundant. And yeah, like fun stuff like that. Even giving out some advice here and there. We'll be going through videos like these, motivational videos, some nice music videos, probably a gameplay video if I'm able to make it run properly without the FPS dropping. But enough rambling on that. Let's get to the video within itself. But seriously, y'all, hopefully anybody sees this and they want to just join the stream directly after seeing this video. By all means, I'll leave the link down in the description. Really love y'all. I appreciate you for doing that. If you would consider it, thank you very much.
There's a difference between life's professionals and life's amateurs. This was something I picked up from my dad. He used to talk about professionals and amateurs all the time. And life is actually extremely easy if you approach it as a professional. A professional gets things done on time, up at X time, by X time X is completed, by this time that's completed, speak to this person on this date at this time, be a professional. The average man is amateur in nearly everything he does. When I see, because I'm perspicacious, when I'm around peasants, when I'm around you peons, I look around me and I see how unprofessional.
Please don't take him saying or calling us peasants and peons as anything insulting. Is, as I said, it's more or less like a character he plays, and he wants to try to hurt your feelings a little bit, just a little bit, just enough for you to be like, I don't want to be referred to as that, I don't want to be referred to as this, I want to be better on myself, so X person will not call me that. It kind of tinges a little bit, it kind of pricks a little bit at your side, just for it to be a little bit uncomfortable. It kind of just edges you off the wrong way slightly. That's kind of the point in it, is to get your attention, is to try to hurt you slightly, to try and get you to move a little bit better. So it's more or less like a character he plays in real life. I know he's a genuine person because the people he interviews already advocate for that. But as I said, this is a character. Please don't take this as him just being mean. Alright, I will hyper explain this for some people.
Everybody is. The way they move is unprofessional. The things they say are unprofessional. Their worldviews are unprofessional. Everything is unprofessional. They're walking around, headphones in, super killable. Couldn't even hear me sneak up on them with a fucking chainsaw. stumbling through life like a jackass, and you wonder how they've not managed to crack the code.
Okay, yeah, but honestly, honest thing though, how do people manage to go outside or outdoors or just in the street with headphones on? I have legitimately tried it this is years ago, way back when I was like 15. I tried it when I was going to school. Tried to come out the maxi with the headphones in, and it wasn't even playing hard. I could perfectly hear everything around me. And the minute I step out the door, I almost get run over. I was like, no. Headphones on the outside is a no-go. The only time I'm using headphones is on my computer. Like, I almost step out a bus door and almost get run over. No, thank you, sir. I need the headphones off.
Because I've cracked the code, I've escaped the matrix, right? Multi-millionaire doing whatever the fuck he wants, running his mouth on YouTube for fun. I can do whatever I like all the time. My life is fantastic because I paid attention as a professional. I'll give you an example of unprofessionalism. I'll give you an example. So, I was talking to some jackass the other day.
Right. I know I keep pausing this, but please, do you see this? Not that.
All the time. My life is fantastic because I paid
Right,
attention
I did check that on the
as a
stream.
professional.
This one or the shorter videos, the 10-second videos, 3-minute videos, 2-minute videos, I will have them on my stream. I will be watching them. I don't want to put the shorter videos onto this because it's going to be a lot of editing to go in and out and in and out, so you don't have to just see me scrolling and looking. But on the stream, I don't have an excuse. I will be looking at all the shorter videos or well things like things like these, and I will be reacting to them. I will be looking at them. If you would like to see them or the extras or the shorter ones, by all means tune into the stream directly after this. Well, directly after you watch this video.
I'll give an example of unprofessionalism. I'll give you an example. So, I was talking to some jackass the other day, and he was holding a bottle of water, and I said, why do you hold that bottle of water? I know this is going to sound, maybe I am crazy. Am I crazy? I think I might be crazy. He goes, well, it's thirsty. I was like, yeah, but it's half drunk. Yeah? Then drink it. This is true, right? I'm thirsty, I buy a bottle of water. I drink the entire bottle of water, and I throw the bottle away and free my hands for combat. Maybe I'll be attacked imminently. Who knows? Maybe it'll be.
Okay, I don't know about this one, because I very often you either see me walking around with like a soda bottle in my hand or something. So that's unprofessional on my part, I guess.
Avalanche, and I have to Aikido strike a fucking rock and split it in two to save my life. I don't see why I need to have a bottle of water in my primary hand, my number one weapon, and disable myself to walk around with the water for 5 minutes.
Ranged weapon, just you hear somebody coming, you see somebody coming, and just fling it at the face. That way you disorient them, then you run up and then bam, right in the nose, and then you run away. Because honestly, you're not this anime protagonist. You're not gonna be like, haha, I've got you. You thought no. Very likely they probably have friends. Just like toss the thing, get them distracted, get out. You don't need to be a hero.
And then drink it. Drink the fucking water. You're fucking thirsty or not. If you're not thirsty, don't buy the water. If you are thirsty, buy the water and drink the water and dispose of the bottle and get on with your fucking life.
Or do like me, just drink water from a standpipe at the side of the road. That's... I don't think first world countries have standpipes at the side of the road. They have water fountains though. I think they have like public water fountains.
Why are you carrying it around? Why have you lumbered yourself? It's only a bottle of water. No, but it's not just a bottle of water. It's unprofessionalism. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to buy a bottle of water and walk around with an extra half a kilo. It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. But it's true. It's the same thing with a couple guys. If I have water and I throw a guy a bottle of water, there's never such thing as too much water. You can't be too hydrated. I mean, I'm sure there's some scenarios where you can die from too much water, but I very highly doubt most of you are walking around on the threshold of dying if you have another sip of water. So if someone throws me a bottle of water, it's always okay. It's never like, I'm not thirsty, I don't want it. Boom, doom, boom, done. It's more likely that there's going to be some fucking crazy event where I end up somehow stranded in the desert within the next 30 minutes by helicopter abduction.
I mean, to be honest, with the kind of life he lives, I wouldn't really rule that out as something unrealistic. Because you've seen the kind of things he does, the places he goes, the things that he do. If you want to see more of it, if you like to look at it with the shorter videos, check it out on the stream. But yeah, it is likely with the kind of life he lives. So I'm not ruling that out as something that's never going to happen.
And I will be very thankful I drank that water. That's more likely than me dying of drowning from drinking it. So statistically, I should drink it. But you'll never see me going, have a sip. Okay. Just walking around with it. It's dead.
Why was that funny? Why?
But you'll never see me going, that's it. Okay.
I don't know why that looks funny to me. Am I high? I don't know why that looks funny to me. Just... I'm gonna lose every train of thought.
Walking around with it. It's gay. It's gay. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but it is. So this same dickhead with his little ball of water, I had to educate him. You know, it's kind of cool being me because I tell people these things and they think I'm crazy, but they also know I can kick the living fuck out of them. So they're a bit like, oh, okay. And they sit there and like, well, I really want to make him mad because Tate's dangerous, and I am. So we're sitting there, and about a few hours later, we're on subject for something else. Talk about how Amazon's conquered the world and how there's no point going to the mall anymore and blah, blah, blah. It's all true. And he was complaining about his Amazon Prime account and stored his credit card details, some bullshit. And I was like, you don't know your credit card details? He was like, no. That's another sign of absolute amateurism. So you don't know your credit card details.
I think I might need to do that. Just start letting my credit card and ID card details and everything offhand. Because okay, look, the places I've worked, right? I've had to get that information straight offhand before I entered like a job facility or a job area because it's like big industrial areas like a desalination point for water, dockyards, all kind of areas. So they need to get ID numbers. They need to get personal info like ID card numbers and like the ID card issue number on the back. Not necessarily the credit card number, but that will be important later on. Or if you ever have to do some transaction where the card is not immediately necessary. I have had to be in situations like that where I look like a complete idiot just trying to fumble around looking for a card to try and read out a number. And yeah, I kind of agree that does look kind of like a child trying to read through a card, because that is exactly what I saw myself as. Around these more or less equally aged adults. They look far more professional than me simply because they knew these numbers. The security guy just walks up, ID card number XXXX. And I'm not gonna reveal the number or anything, but they already know that offhand. You know, I'm just they fumbling with my wallet, it looks kind of stupid. So to a degree, I can't agree with this. Just to make yourself look a bit better when coming towards like an altercation or something where you need to give that information. Or you could just like have it prepared and just give it to them like that, like some badass, like and just do that, like you too good to say shit. But that's prideful, and I ain't up to that level. Nor will I ever be able to do that. I'm not that big of an ass.
So no. So do you know your passport number? No. Do you know your driver's license number? No. So you don't know any of the numbers that literally allow you to exist as a human. You need the little piece of plastic to remind you. Your brain is full of song lyrics and fucking complete trash. Your brain is not full of important things. It's full of shit. You could erase 90% of the crap in your brain and you'll never miss it and never need it again. But you don't have the ability to book a flight online without finding that little piece of plastic. Isn't that absolutely unprofessional? Isn't that amateur? I'll tell you how I operate. I could lose my wallet. No problem. Give me a terminal.
Fresh Caribbean air. Fresh Caribbean air. It's as fresh as Chernobyl's atmosphere.
Give me access to the World Wide Web. I know my passport number. I know every single detail on it from head to toe. Of course, I know all my personal information. I have, in my brain, memorized 6 different debit cards, head to toe. Doesn't matter if 1 gets blocked, or 2 gets blocked, or 3 gets blocked. I will be sitting there on that website, on that terminal, typing in details until my flight gets booked. I will escape. I don't need a little piece of plastic. I know it all here in my brain. I have bank accounts where the card has been destroyed. I've gone to some South American country, put $500,000 into a bank account, destroyed the card and all physical evidence of said bank account, and memorized the debit card details so that at any time in future, as long as I have access to the internet, I can type in some numbers and I have money to pull upon from the sky. Do you understand when I talk about professionalism and amateur? This is the level I'm at.
Okay, going through everything that he said, he does make a decently good point if you're ever in a situation where that information needs to be relevant, but you don't have immediate access to it. And I had one other thing I want to say. Yeah. With like the multiple cards that he has, all the multiple informations he has, I don't have that. That was awkward. I don't have that, but I do have multiple email addresses for multiple different things. Sometimes I use some for work, sometimes I use some for personal, sometimes I use one from a Twitch account. But throughout all of it, if I ever have to go through on like a website or something important that I need to do that requires an email address, if one doesn't work, I already have another one, and I already know the email address, the password, any security questions that comes towards it, and like all of that. I keep trying to remember all the important information, even if I don't have it remembered, I at least have it on at least a piece of paper, a flash drive, an external save. So I at least have that remembered somewhere, if not in my head, somewhere else, not just relying on like one instance to keep the information safe. You need to have like multiple instances. It's like a lifeline. And it has helped me a lot. Even when trying to get into, I think it was HU2, I wasn't able to remember much more details on again, this is perfect example for unprofessionalism. Trying to join Hustlers University 2.0 back when it was HU2, I didn't remember all the information from my Yahoo account because that one I hardly ever use, yet it's still active, so it's there on a technicality. On my Gmail account, I did remember all the information. I have everything on log because that's the account that I use majoritively for work, a personal life, and everything else. And it's Gmail. Everyone uses Gmail. Who uses Yahoo Mail anymore? But I did remember that. So even if one email address didn't work, I already have that. I'm already in. I've been in. I'm in since last year. So yeah, it strikes a really good point, and even I, as put it into practice, or just like keeping it in mind, you're seeing it working.
I know everything about myself here in my mind. I have 30 phone numbers memorized. If I need it, it's here. You fucks and this dickhead, if you need to escape a hostile country and you need to get the last flight out of fucking Saigon, you can't do it without finding your purse. What's my expiry date? You're a jackass!
That is literally me every time I had to go by one of those industrial areas where they needed the information on my ID card. Just try to fold it open, kind of shit. This kind of looking stupid, exactly like as he said. It's exactly like as he said. That's why I keep chuckling at it or laughing and smiling at shit.
That's amateur. So when I talk about amateurism and professionalism, I hope you start to understand that if you're a professional and you live life as a professional, how easy and how brilliant life can be. And if you're watching this right now, I absolutely guarantee you're an amateur, and I want you to change that.
Yeah, see? Throughout everything he said, I don't know if he even threw in an insult here or there anywhere aside from calling everybody peasants, but throughout that, like, you see it here, 6 minutes. All of that, I did give my own instances of, like, why professionalism is important and how stupid I looked trying to just get, like, relevant information from a piece of plastic, just trying to do my job. Yeah. Even after all that, he didn't end it off with saying, I'm better than you, I'm superior, and all that. He said he wants you to be better. Why is this man in jail for wanting people to be better when remembering this information? Instead, no, the media just wants you to go, be stupid, be lazy, feel your feels, not remember none of this shit, so they can keep you there. They can keep you there. Even, look, I'm not saying anything hurtful, I don't have any hate on the subject or anything negatory on that, but a few times my parents have had to switch phones, right? And when logging into these nowadays phones, you need to have an email account to log into it, to like access Play Store and all that. When unable to get yet, they don't even know like the proper email address or password. so they're gonna have to just make a new one, and the old one they're gonna forget it. So it's just, again, yeah, unprofessionalism. If I had to do that, I already have all my information remembered and or stored on this little funny piece of plastic here. So even if I forget it here, I have it on my computer. If I forget it on my computer, if it get deleted, I have it on a flash drive. If I don't have it on a flash drive, I have it as a backup on a book or something, but I try my best to remember it as much as possible. What I'm saying is, have at least backups or instances where you can remember something that is difficult to remember, or in his case, more preferably, have it all mentally locked in here, because they can literally take everything from me, cut my hands off, cut my legs off, cut my arms off, disempower me, do the Viking tradition of the blood angel, cut open my back, pull out my lungs, and let me slowly suffocate while I hang like this from, well, like a piece of architecture. If you don't know what that is a very brutal way the Vikings tortured people. But even if they do all that, they still can't take away anything that's inside here, and that's kind of the point he was trying to make. You can take away a card, they can take away a purse, they can steal your wallet. As long as you have the numbers right here, you're safe, because this is more or less the best wallet you could have. Quite literally, because it can be used as an ATM card too. As long as you just know what numbers to type in, you can basically just beep, scan your head and then type in your numbers, and then yeah, that's your ATM card. You can get money from the ATM right there. As long as you know your numbers, or that's Ash, I assume, or something. I don't know what's on my head currently. It's kind of annoying. Okay. Anybody want to say hi to Qbert? I named this little boy Qbert. But going aside from that, I'm trying to film a video. Can you mind? Okay. I don't like these things mostly because very later. I don't like these things because I had one of these go in my ear. So I'm gonna cut out the video here. I'm gonna try and get them outside. No, I'm not scared. I'm terrified. So I'll see you all in the next video. Please hopefully join into my stream. I will leave the link down in the description below. Remember, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. If you would like to join in, by all means. So until then, see you.
One thing me a pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. System mother, so they set it. So you have to get up and I get it, get a you.